All right, so I just did a TikTok reading for you, Aquarius, and in that reading I was getting that so Raven. So how, Raven was a seer, obviously she was a psychic, and she used to try to prevent shit from happening, right? Prevent shit from happening that she thought was just gonna be so bad and so terrible, but she ended up making the shit happen instead of just being in flow and just going. She caused all of the crazy ass incidents to happen, and then her sight kicked in and she's like, oh, that was my vision. Well, bitch, sorry, she was a child, but maybe you are, or someone around you could be very childish, but it's like, yeah, this is your vision because you have to try and control everything, So, that can be relevant to you. It can be relevant for me as well because I'm an Aquarius moon in Western astrology. And my son also, I have sun in the 11th house in Western astrology. So definitely very, I'm an air sign. Like, let's just say I'm an air sign. So whatever, but it's like also that, okay, I have to keep this, I have to do this, I have to do this. Don't worry, we have to stop this shit from happening, but stopping the shit from happening is what actually causes it to happen. Like, who knows what would have happened if she would have just, but that could be like, and it's really not your fault because if that's your gift, maybe it's not. This could be in any situation. Like, some people have extreme pattern recognition, but it's like the pattern recognition comes from the fucking trauma that we've dealt with, and some people just are very, some people have those mental capabilities to where they are able to recognize patterns without being traumatized. But a lot of people just are really fucking traumatized in certain situations. So it's like your pattern recognition kicks in. And when that happens, even if people are not doing the things you accuse them of doing, it's like you try to, you know what I'm saying? It's like a stronghold. And it's like you are clenching on so tight to preventing something from happening or making something happen that it's just like it doesn't fucking happen. Or it does, but not in the way you saw it. Oh, that was my vision, but I thought, oh yeah, that's another thing that I was gonna say. So you might need to, if I like I said, I did a TikTok reading on this, but what I'm saying is like you need to probably like do a psychic cleanse, spiritual cleanse, or something like that to just get your vision back in alignment the way that it is supposed to be, because you could have just misinterpreted some things that you saw. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may have misinterpreted, you may have, been nosy Nancy or some shit, or just trying to, do something, and you could just chill out, Aquarius, okay? Just chill out. That's all I'm saying. All right, you kind of got this card last time. And look, eagle vision. Yeah, so we're kind of right on the money. Your perspective of something, or what you actually saw, yeah, is off a little bit. So you're needing to, like I said, realign and find your center. I want to know what this lifeblood is, though. Maybe water is your lifeline, because this does say water. Maybe you need to hydrate a little bit more, that could be it. But maybe water is your lifeline. Maybe you need to purge in the water. That's also really hitting for me. Something about your job, too. Something about your job, too, or what you do daily. I have a card in this deck that I made that says, the secret to your future is hidden in your daily life. And I'm getting something about your, what you do on a daily basis. This 4 and 1 right here is a 5. And this 8 and 1, I'm sorry, I know y'all hear my kids. This 8 and 1 is a 9. So this is giving me, it's like 9 to 5. So something that you do literally every day. Or you are needing to make sure that you are just keeping your energy clear every day. If you are, if you either work in this profession, and you don't necessarily have to work in this profession, but just with anything that you do, especially if you're going to be trying to, like, if you do have this gift, or, the gift of sight or some shit like that, don't just like, don't, it's like you almost project what you see, and it's like, for some reason, for some reason I'm getting, I'm getting Phoebe from Charmed, and I'm getting like her premonitions. So it's like, for some reason, I don't even remember what I was gonna say. I'm just Phoebe is like in my head. So we've gotten away from the Raven shit, but it's like it's the Phoebe shit. But she could like see scenes happening, just like Raven could see scenes happening. But I don't really know what Phoebe's. Let me see. I don't think she really had a default with her visions or nothing like that. What was I gonna say? It was like you project your sight. You project your sight. Something, I don't know. Oh, okay. Okay, so you make shit happening because it's like you feel like you know it's gonna happen, so you try to push it into happening. Even if it's something bad, like, oh gosh. Even if it's something bad, but you'll push it into happening because you're trying to, like, I don't know. Let's say somebody could be like a police officer or something, or some shit like this, because it's like giving me the example of like trying to get a confession out of somebody because you think you saw some shit. So let's just say you think you saw your partner cheating on you, right? Oh God, this is dumb. Let's say you had a vision where you saw your partner cheating on you. So I wish I could tell y'all a personal story, for real. I wish I could tell y'all a personal story because, okay, let's just say that you saw your partner cheating on you, having an affair, right? So you try to convince them, even though in my case, okay, I am going to give y'all a personal example. Damn, I can't say this. Well, I can. Who gives a fuck? You know, we're grown now. I mean, we were grown then, but you know, it's been some time past. No. Never mind. Okay. So you yeah, so you saw your partner cheating on you, right? So you try to get a confession out of them for cheating on you, even though they have not cheated on you, right? So then you literally push them into cheating on you. And then once it happens, do you get the evidence of the vision you saw? But it's only because you didn't understand your sight. So in this instance, let's say that there are two roads you can go down, and your visions show you one ending, but it doesn't necessarily show you the other one. You think that this possible ending that you saw in your dream is so concrete to where you actually make it happen. You end up taking that road. Versus, I mean, I don't know what example I could give instead of that, because like if you see your partner cheating, I mean, anybody gonna spaz, but like, I don't know. I don't know what advice to give you then. I'm just saying, like, that's kind of how your gifts are playing out. And it plays out in a way of A or B. But you literally have, look at this. It's kind of like this too. But you literally have, you can go this way. But sometimes your sight will show you shit that's over here. And you could possibly take this way and come right back around to getting on this, or take this way and come right back around and like just do all this weird curvy shit. I don't know. Does that make sense? Like, I hope it makes sense, because that's kind of like, it feels familiar to me, and that's probably why. Like, usually when shit happens like that, it's like, because there's a story there, but I don't really want to tell the story. Let's just say the same instance happened in my life that I'm talking about now. But in my case, I did try to push a confession out of someone. I didn't get the confession. I got the evidence 4 days later. That was the exact same thing that I saw in my dream. So I've spent a lot of time wondering if I actually caused it to happen. If I actually caused that incident to happen, because, and this was before, like I said, I've always known that my dreams were, I've always known that I could like foresee future events sometimes. And I know deeply, you know, I very much believe in dreams and communication from Yahweh in that way. Like that was my primary way of receiving information and knowing where my emotional state was, what I needed to tend to before I ever dove into like these, right? So I saw that. I ran with it, tried to get a confession out of this person. We end up splitting up. The very same thing happens. I get confirmation of my dream within 4 days. And I mean exact confirmation of my dream. And I've spent a lot of time since then wondering if I caused it all to happen. But I was already being stepped out on, if that makes sense. So in a way, I feel like it's kind of justified that I did act out because I was already being stepped out on. So it could be the same for you as well. And you may just kind of have pushed the button a little bit more or made it happen a little bit more. Who knows? I mean, who knows? But that's just kind of what I'm thinking. Okay, so let's actually move these and let's see if we can get something else for Aquarius. We have untamed and listening. I'm not getting anything off of these two. Let's see. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. So I'm going to give you this dream theory that I talk about a lot and have talked about, but so it should actually be coming up, but it was like a Wilding 11-day course where there were just different teachers and different, teachers of their individual profession just coming in and making like these seminars that maybe it was like classes, for however long, right? I signed up for it because obviously, I want to learn as much as I can. I want to learn new techniques. I just want to learn how to apply what I know. There was this one course that was about dreams. And so within this course, she was talking about dream inquiry versus dream interpretation. And why is this important? Because when you limit your dreams to just trying to interpret one meaning from your dream, you very much limit what could be said to you. If you are looking for a specific symbolism and one meaning for every symbol, you are missing the maximum capabilities of what your dream is actually trying to communicate to you, because there could be several meanings. There could be several symbols. Okay. And so, like we said, as far as like taking the dream and running with it and thinking that it means this thing, it could very much mean something else. So you have to do just a little bit of digging. And if you are going to try to use your gifts and your dreams as solid concrete evidence, then you're going to have to explore them a little more. So you ask questions about your dreams versus trying to take this and make it mean something, if that makes sense. Okay. So dream inquiry, don't limit the symbols and everything that your dream is trying to give you. If I knew the exact meditation about how to jump back into your dream space, I would share it with you. But as far as what I remember her saying, I'm sure that you can Google this if you want, if you plan to use this. But what I remember her saying was If you have a dream journal, especially, I keep dream journals. And sometimes I just write them in my phone if I don't have a journal. I lost my dream journal, the last one that I started. So I've been keeping stuff in my phone, and the first one I have is packed up, but the second one that I just bought recently, I lost it, and it's just devastating to me. But if you have that dream journal, you can actually meditate on different parts of the dream in a solid meditation to try and jump back into that meaning, okay? If you ever seen The Magicians, it's like when Fen was having that dream, she had to go back in and find Napster or the cat or something like that. She had to go and find the cat. She followed the cat, and the cat told her what the dreams were meaning. But yes, there are several meditations that you can do to jump back into the dream space and just kind of see what you might remember. Also, sometimes different details of the dream can filter in over time from doing very specific actions, but not anything that I could tell you. It's just about going through your day and flowing through it. If you try to force memory from your dream, it'll be a lot more strained, okay? Because I remember like getting up, going through a whole day and literally starting to do my hair. And then I remember, oh shit, I was doing my hair in my dream. Like I was doing this, but my hair was longer. It was da-da-da-da. So just like, take it easy with that. Take it easy with that. Because that could, is that so Raven for real? So with these 3 cards, I'm sorry I just did a whole bunch of rambling, but with these 3 cards, what I was getting was with this Untamed, you have listening and then you have ancestors. This wilderness is giving me taking that shit and just running with all the conclusions that you may draw yourself versus like trying to listen and seek out all the possibilities of what's going on, right? And that's why it's like listening to your guides, listening to your ancestors, because this is the wisdom that's being shared with you, and you're needing to listen to it when you're in your dreams and not go based off of your own knowing and whatever it is that you think you might get from it. But that's probably why people who are in dream inquiry and study and stuff like that, it takes a lot of time to be able to do, I guess, things like that. But you could study on your own, obviously. I would just say, though, if you are a person who bases what you know or what you think you know about people on your dreams, because sometimes that shit doesn't even play out for me for up until a year. But that's why I kind of write them down, and sometimes I don't even make moves on them or anything like that, or judge based off of that, because I just kind of have to see how it plays out sometimes. But yeah, so that's really all I have for you, for real, because I think that's probably just the message that I needed to get out for you, Aquarius. Okay. Wow. Dream and journey. This is dream inquiry. Dream and journey. For real. Wow. Yeah. Wow. And choose your path. Weren't we just talking about this? Yes, Aquarius. Yes. For real. And wait for important information before you start doing this. Okay. All right. See, sometimes I'll be thinking that I'm just talking shit, But it really be here for real. It really be here for real. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Yahweh. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Spirit Team, for allowing us to, have this great talk with Aquarius. Yeah. Yeah, be graceful in movement and action. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it right there for you, Aquarius. Yep. Peaceful energy and trust in the unknown. I'm going to leave it right there for you, Aquarius, because I feel like that was it. That was it. So I hope that you really enjoy this reading, okay? I also pray for your discernment as you listen to this reading. Please, if this is not for you right now in this moment, if this does present itself to you, just kind of take the messages with an open heart, okay? This could be for you or anybody that you know, or anybody who may, you know, come across you acting like they just know your whole fucking life, you know, because, yeah, whatever. But I love you so much, Aquarius. And I'll see you next time. Bye.